The pilot in the backseat, the generator steam heat, go straight to the backbeat, the blitz big box. Hey, ho, let's go, shoot him in the back now. What they want, I don't know. They're all revved up and ready to go. They're forming in a straight line. They're going through a tight line. The kids are losing their minds. The blitz big box. The pilot in the back seats. The generating steam heat. Go straight to the backbeat. The blitz big box. Hey, ho, let's go. Shoot him in the back now. What they want, I don't know. They're all revved up and ready to go. They're forming in a straight line. They're going through a tight line. The kids are losing their minds. The blitz big box. The pilot in the back seats. The generating steam heat. Go straight to the backbeat. The blitz big box. Hey, ho, let's go. Hey, ho, let's go. Hey, ho, let's go. Hey, ho, let's go. All right, Preliminal, man, I love your artwork.
Thanks.
Walk us through some stuff. Let's talk about it. Like, what's
Sure.
what's this about?
This is called the. This is Inner Space Furniture had a script for a short film, and I have the entire story on the right panel.
Okay.
And my telephone was watching the television, which is not unusual, until it decided to walk inside of the television. I didn't realize this had happened until hours later, when I noticed it was missing from the coffee table. Then I was turning channels and saw my telephone guest appearing in the background set of a program. And my voice, for some reason tonight, is I'm just not in the right state of mind. It's
Shake hands with Crunchy.
It's a comedy.
You guys sound alike.
It's a comedy, and it's kind of a surreal comedy about my telephone walking into the television and trying to
like
get it out.
I know it's pretty funny. This concept behind it's pretty funny.
It's from a while back. It's not new. It's this one was 2015.
You've experienced disappearing objects, right?
No.
No, you haven't? Okay. Well, it reminded me of some things that have just disappeared and reappeared in weird places for me.
Oh, I did. Actually, my glasses disappeared for a year. I had just bought some glasses, and I had only had them for about 2 days, and I put them in the same place before sleep every night, so it was strange that they were just gone. And a year later, they showed up behind a painting.
Weird.
And I would never put my glasses there, so it made no sense. And I don't have guests over.
The only logical explanation would be that you were sleepwalking and decided to put it behind a painting for some reason.
Like, if you look at this particular one, Preliminal, one of the things I like about it is the composition, because I like the way as a portrait where the head is like, it's not dead center, it's off center, so it makes it a more interesting composition in my mind. And then
and it's also like what I like about it too is it's psychologically compelling for me because the figure within it is kind of he's kind of like morphing into like it reminds me a little bit of like AI artwork where things blend and it's
Yeah.
like the figure right Crunchy, you know what I'm talking about? So
Yeah.
it's kind of like the figure is kind of like blending into the background, so to speak. So it's also very sophisticated in that like it's not you're not worried about presenting like normal not normal but like it's the way that the picture is
It's like a
presented.
preliminary version of a painting. It's kind of why I use the name preliminal. It means the preliminary version because I do a lot of experimental music and artwork. So when I finally get it to canvas, that's when it's the actual version.
Yeah.
That's when it's.
I'm trying to figure out how he got a picture of me perfectly, how I look before. How did you do that?
Kind of a Monday
You
morning.
psychic?
They remind me of hallucinations and
Yeah.
like AI. AI supposedly hallucinates when you see those weird pictures that are all jumbled up and you can't really even make out what it is.
It's dreamlike, isn't it, Crunchy?
Yeah, it's like a dream. Like when you're because dreams
really,
they change and morph so
yeah,
much.
exactly. My thoughts. It's funny how we both interpreted the same. You understand what I'm saying then?
There's movement. There's movement.
Yeah, but
this stuff.
I mean, do you actually like AI artwork?
No.
Yeah,
no.
that's not an insult.
I don't either.
Yeah, no.
I don't like AI art.
Yeah, I didn't mean for you to take that the wrong way.
It's very human. I'm not trying to like to I love your artwork. I'm just trying to use a metaphor to make it. Crunchy knows what I'm saying. Like look at this one. Like everything's kind of morphing into like it's very surreal. I guess is the word you use. And AI artwork is a little surreal too. But
like,
I'm sorry.
In between it forming, like when you're in a dream or something, and it like hasn't really taken form yet. It's like, that's what I take from it.
It's entered. It's sort of like it's like a human trying to draw what a different dimension might be like.
Exactly. But see, that's but like listen, follow me on this from preliminary. That's kind of like AI though, because with AI, they don't know what our dimensions are like. It's their image of how they would try to interpret it. You know what I'm saying?
Daryl's music is AI.
Oh, that's interesting. See, I see Picasso in it. To me, I see like it's very Picasso-like. To me,
I mean, I've known Prelim for a long time, and I love his art.
Oh, me too.
But I don't. I didn't mean, and of
I
course,
try not to. I'm
gonna turn the chat off because Daryl hates me apparently.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I don't think about other artists. I never did. I've just always loved drawing. So for me, it was just a personal evolution, and I don't have any canned speech to go with it. I don't justify it or say, but I do make short stories and film scripts and titles that this one's called Lucid Living. It's kind of like lucid dreaming, except we're all kind of dreaming while we're awake. Yet how many of us are just kind of sleepwalking? Or maybe we're not. Maybe we're unstimulated or bored. I've been in the wrong city for 23 years, and it's depressed the hell out of me. I was a whole different person before I came here, and so I'm not wanting to be miserable or down. I know you guys are an upbeat crowd, and I've just been so miserable. So it's hard for me to
I understand, man.
It's hard to jump into an enthusiastic group.
No, but you know what's
And,
funny about that though, Prelim?
uh-huh.
I feel that in your artwork, and I get what
Yeah.
you're saying because that was my concern for Crunchy.
It's there. You can see it. Yeah.
Yeah, I can. That's what I like about it. It's so authentic. It's like you're like
It
it's
is
like
kind of a. It's kind of. It's. I don't like the idea of doing hellish art. But,
right, but it's who you are. It's what you feel or something.
Yeah, I'd rather do fun, something
I get it.
that's enjoyable.
Right.
I don't think it's hellish.
Oh, thank you.
It's like he's
No,
processing the
that's
emotion through the
amazing.
artwork.
It's amazing stuff.
It's
Things
right.
that makes you
It's
feel when you
completely
look.
amazing. He's like a great artist, I think. It's like really, really because it's like his soul comes out in it or something. Sorry if I'm talking about you third person preliminary.
Thank you. Yeah, it's this I did in 2018 at a ramen restaurant. The real ramen, not those kind you get in a package. Real ramen is actually big. They're like really big noodles. And I've never had real ramen until this day. I did a portrait of these two musicians, Brian Ritchie on the right and Michael Bettine, who plays gongs. And God, my voice is not working. And they were spectacular. The Brian is from the Violent Femmes, a group that I've known since early '80s. And and he's playing a Asian flute or a tyra. It's called a tyraku. And it was a great show. So I while I was there, I had my sketchbook, and then here's what they actually look like.
Wow.
Interesting.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like the art. Oh my god, his art's so good. It's like his vibe or what he felt from what I think what you felt preliminary from the that experience. Yeah. That's a trip, trippy.
Yeah, it's and I think it has something to do with whatever crossed over from like before I was a human in the spirit world. I think I'm trying to express where I was before I was pulled into this earth realm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like this one too because it feels very sculptural to me. Like you have like a palette painting with a palette knife, very physical. Thank
you.
Right. It reminds me of like a Cezanne. You ever look at Cezanne paintings? It's like that. Like he paints landscapes, but it's very like he said that like all painting was shapes, like circles and squares and
Cezanne.
And yeah, that feels like a Cezanne to me a little bit. Like where like there's like the it feels like the shirt or dress, whatever it is like carved. Like it's like out of stone or something, or like a crinkled up tinfoil, something very like 3-dimensional with like texture and stuff in it, and that's everything's like the lines are very diagonal too, like the cheekbones, the nose, everything is very like hard edge, and even the chin, it feels like like lines, like it's a what's the word, like a knife or something, kind of like everything is like slice. You know, yeah. It's there's a lot of.
It's a lot of what?
It's for a still picture. There's a lot of like action in the
that's the
energy.
thing. See, my real ability, I think, is animation.
Okay, right on.
That's what I really should do, and what I'd like to do. I have to I've done a few short animations. But,
cool! I'll have to watch that sometime.
That would be, much more effective to do 2D style, like the old classic cartoons. But yeah, this is a friend in Sweden. Her name is Lena, and she's an animal caretaker, and she rescues stranded animals in the streets. And she's in Gothenburg, Sweden, where there's a lot of dogs and cats everywhere, and it's like with no owners, just loose in the street. So she gives them shots and cleans them up, and she's always done that. That's her thing.
Interesting.
So yeah, she rescues stranded animals.
That's why the cat looks frightened, I guess, right?
It's just supposed to look funny, It's is it frightened? I guess it's kind of like it's wondering what's going on and why am I on this person's shoulder. It's called the cat's name. It's actually is based on a kitten that she has, or she had at the time. And I sent her a print of it, and she put it on her wall. And this is done in gouache paint, which is kind of like a mix between watercolor and acrylic.
Interesting. I like the this is interesting too. Like again, I like how when you're doing portraiture, it nothing's like right in the middle like a mugshot. It has like it's slightly off center, which makes the picture more compelling. And again, a lot of energy in the hair. It's like again, the lines looks like it's like a very sculptural where there's like cut. Like diagonal lines and whatnot. It feels kind of like rocky or something.
Here's an actual finished painting that hangs at a pizza restaurant today.
Oh, right.
It's the Mona Pizza, and it's
nice.
just the Mona Lisa. She's eating a pizza. One of the Mandela effects is in the original Mona Lisa, the background was really vague and less defined. But if you look at the current, the version of it now, the whole background is much clearer. I don't know, maybe they did a touch-up job on it, but to me, it's not the same.
Oh, and real quick, preliminal. Is Daryl's an artist too? He works with like mixed media and different stuff, so he's really good too. It's a different style, but yeah, he's an interesting guy too. So we'll have to, Daryl, I'll have to have you up sometime so you can share your artwork.
I'm trying to find.
Ooh, like this one. Go back to that one. I want to see that.
Which one? This one?
Yeah, I'm digging that. Wait, is it? Oh. Yeah, is it that one or the one before that? Where I think go back a little bit farther. Right there. Bam.
Oh.
I love it. It looks very MC Escher-ish or something.
It's called The Desk. And it's kind of just me sitting at my desk, and I write a lot, so I'm writing in my sketchbook.
It's trippy to me.
There's a lot of gadgets on the wall on the left. Those don't actually exist, of course. They're just decorative.
For me, this feels very angst-driven, like nightmarish kind of. Like it's that's how I like. It's, you know what it reminds me of in movies? Like it's they do this thing. It's called where the dolly, like it's on these railroad tracks, and it pushes the camera forward. And while they're pushing the camera forward, they take the lens, and the lens is zooming out, and it has this kind of disorienting effect.
It's moving at you, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It kind of makes it feel like when in the fight scene between DiCaprio and in The Quick and the Dead, and his father. I forget what that guy's actor's name is, but like it kind of it does that disorienting thing where it looks like you're moving closer to the subject, but the background is kind of like doing the opposite thing, and it kind of feels like that.
This one is called the sleeping shower bed. It's a multi-purpose bed, and it has a built-in. It has a built-in dream recorder, so that you don't have to, those dreams that are so hard to remember when you.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I know. I want one.
I wish.
Peanut,
Hey.
I'm not laughing at the art. I'm laughing at.
Oh yeah, me too. I'm not
Daryl-
laughing at.
Yeah,
Daryl said Mandela stole my lunch money. I can't handle it.
Well,
It's hilarious.
and if you oversleep, it's not good for your mind. You should get up. You should only sleep so many hours, and then walk around and get busy on something. So I that's kind of where the idea came from. Is like the bed lifts up vertically, so that when the alarm goes off, and then the shower automatically turns on.
Right in bed
So
too.
that's
God,
all
that'd be lame though. Like you're all bed, all nice and comfy, and then water all soaking wet on your bed. Like that's harsh.
Well,
Like,
it would have to be made of some kind of a waterproof material, I guess.
Yeah,
That's,
but it would kind of work. It'd be effective though. It certainly can wake me up.
Yeah.
Y'all know that song
This one-
Fireflies?
Fireflies.
What's that?
I love that song.
Yeah, I always liked it too. And there's a line in it that I've always liked. It says, "It's hard to say I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep." I forget how the rest goes, because everything is never as it seems.
Who is it? Is it a popular song?
Yeah, it's pretty popular. It was on the radio.
20 years ago.
Yeah, probably 20
it was
years
a
ago.
skater's song. People that did extreme skating used that song. It was amazing with the extreme skating.
Who's the singer?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
But I think about that a lot when I'm like, I wake up from a dream and I'm like, wow, that was, even if it wasn't a good dream, it's like, I almost want to go back there.
Yeah, I've had dreams like that. There were the spiritual, the good kind of dreams where it's a place that you really like with people that you really like, and
yeah,
it's very pleasant. There's something about it that's unworldly.
Yeah,
those kind of dreams.
I don't have any pain either when I'm asleep, so I really like that.
How are you now? What's going on with your doctor?
I have my ups and downs,
Yeah.
And I'm not drinking tonight, so I'm
cool.
I'm struggling actually to stay on here. But
I can imagine that. Yeah, because if I was in, I have more like emotional pain more than physical. But I know so many people that right now are just either from diabetes or every kind of like other people with back injuries. My sister's husband has a back problem like that, and so you're not alone. There's a lot of people suffering.
Oh, I know, and it's, I try to be grateful, because things can get a lot worse, but emotional pain can be just as bad.
Oh, I agree.
Especially over a very long time, you kind of feel like you feel isolated, and
I've kind of got a mix of both.
Yeah, that's why I like these live video shows, and I don't want to take up too much time showing my art. But
oh, please, I'm enjoying. It's like I'm totally enjoying this.
Oh,
Are you guys? Yeah, it's cool. I mean,
awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
This one is called The Ballerina and the Philosopher, and the woman on the right is the ballerina, and so that's that one. Not much more to it.
Well, wait, go back to that one real quick.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I find that her hand is like in his throat.
No,
Like,
it's she's pulling his hair.
oh, hair. Okay.
Yeah, she's trying to, because he's like so spaced out over philosophy all the time,
Oh, yeah. He's
and
over there daydreaming.
and she just wants him to be active.
Okay.
Wow.
I've noticed this grain you have on it.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, those are called.
And
filter
the next one.
I
What's it
like the
called?
grain too. It's very also the ballerina is very much like the dance of life, right?
Yeah,
You know, right?
That's
She's
what I was thinking.
yeah,
yeah,
she's
right.
just, yeah, they're both different views. Like she says in her life, live it, and he's like thinking it.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
That's what I was trying to depict.
Interesting. That dichotomy, huh?
Yeah.
The next one was real colorful grain. Yeah.
This one.
Yeah,
that reminds me of visual snow. I don't know if any of y'all have that.
Oh, like from an old TV or something like that? Like all the...
That's what it looks like. Yeah, but some people actually see that on everything all the time.
Oh, trippy.
Yeah, it's like some kind of visual
that
disorder.
texture is amazing, isn't it? It makes it, even the background becomes more interesting that way. That one's cool too. Everything's like cut. It's almost like he's like drawing with a knife, kind of. You know what I'm saying?
Huh. I've never heard that that take on it. This one is called Trudging Through Wilderness with a levitating vacuum air filter arm funnel with breathing tubes across a massive concrete shopping mall planet.
It's kind of like the subject and the background are one. You know what I mean? A lot of these pictures, it's like
like if this was animated, it would look like he has 8 arms, all trying to trudge through this wilderness, and then the background would be all these little stores, like a shopping mall of nonstop commerciality everywhere, and life is kind of like that. It's sort of like trudging through this.
I could see that.
Yeah,
it's kind of like I've seen like that in a movie where someone was like they're like trapped in like white goo or something, you know, and then they're trying to get out of the goo, but it's pulling them in and it's stuck at the same time, kind of.
Right. Yeah. And there's symbolic meaning when you have a dream about being stuck physically, or like if you have chewing gum in your mouth. A lot of people have dreams about trying to get this chewing gum out of their teeth, and it's a recurring dream. I've read about that one, and that has I don't remember what it means, but that's one. So that's
I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you ever have the chewing gum dream, it's something specific. I have to look it up again.
And like the I don't know what it is, but the figure on the left, that it looks like it's going into his chest, like it's like I don't know. If it's
no, those are his. That's his arms. He has several arms.
Okay, like a spider kind of.
Well, they're just in motion, so it looks like more than 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So that would be fun to animate this guy, and this I do a lot of. The shower head is kind of like a place where the day begins, and I just it's like meditation in a way, or just waking up. I like waking up and then thinking about what am I going to work on today. This is another one I want to do animation of this character waking up, and his eyes.
That'd be heckin' badass.
In the background, you can't really see it, but there's a turntable with a record needle, and I want to show that animated also.
Man, I dig this. A black and white. Very cool.
Thanks. Here's
Have you ever tried clay sculpting?
In high school, I did. Yeah, it was fun. I liked it. I did a stone. I did a couple sculptures out of big rocks that I found in the backyard. And
Seems like you might be good at that, to bring these into a 3D kind of.
Yeah, good point, Crunchy.
That would be fun. It's another one of my friends from high school that I still talk to. He's more of a sculptor, but he's also does a lot of really interesting art. And let's see. So here's this one. I don't know if you can see. There's a microwave. It's called detached listening. And
I like that.
You okay, Cindy?
So his ear is coming off because he's detached.
Sorry.
Sort of detached from reality. And you can see
the last one reminded me of cherubim, and they scared a lot of me.
Cherubim?
This one?
No, the one before with all the movement in the arms.
Oh,
okay.
The descriptions in the Bible of cherubim. Some of your stuff reminds me of that.
Yeah, I can see that.
There's
like a bunch of eyes or something.
Was that like a crucifix on that one's heart over it? Looked like a.
Oh yeah, it does kind of look like that.
Yeah, I think that's what it's supposed to be. It's 1991. I did this one, and I think it is. It's kind of like a
center
symbol
point
of Christ. Focus.
Cool. Yeah, and the water, like the water rebirth.
Yeah, sort of like a baptism.
Baptism, you think?
Yep.
Huh. Good catch,
yeah, this is my friend Tetsuya, who's a percussionist drummer from Japan, and I drew this during the performance. This is the real photo of what he looks like.
Wow, it's like a gongs.
Yeah, he has a bunch of gongs. This one is kind of an emotional absurdity drawing.
Ooh, I like the colors in this one.
He says, my quote is, I have recurring dreams about the 1970s and 80s, old friends, places of then. Everything has, in this dream, like the ground and the plants and the buildings all have this illuminate glow, like everything's more real, except it's you could see the molecular energy of everything in this dream I had, except it's about the 70s, and the character in the drawing is older. He's waking up from this dream, and
a lot of stuff about dreams, dreams, and then waking up from dreams.
Yeah.
Do you see dreams as being like? I like this one. Keep it here for a while. Like, do you see dreams as preliminal, as being like a connection to before you came into here, or like in this life? You mean?
Well, I think there's a barrier. I think the astral plane is actually a barrier between Earth and the spirit world. And there's levels of dream. Like some dreams are really nightmarish, and you don't want to be there, and you just want to wake up, and you feel I feel oppressed by those really negative dreams. But like something is preventing.
I got preliminals. Look at his artwork. Have you seen his artwork before? He's amazing. He's on the stream right now. It's really
Yeah,
cool.
Those negative dreams,
Yeah,
they don't feel like they come from me. It feels like they're
Yeah,
forced
true,
on
yeah.
you.
yes, that's I
Oh
would
yeah.
I would agree. It's like
Okay.
it's a place you don't want to be, and you're trying to
Okay.
get out of there, and you're even asking people around you like, "What is this place?" And I I try to remember when I become lucidly aware in a dream. I look for somebody I can ask, and I try to remember whatever they tell me, and like I'll ask them a question about what is this place called, or who are you, or just anything that I can take back when I wake up, or I'll look for a magazine and I'll try to remember a sentence from the magazine in the dream, so that I'll remember it when I wake up.
Did you watch Waking Life with me?
Waking Life?
Yeah, it might have just been me and Creek Mary. But I know we were watching a lot of movies back then. Yeah, if you haven't seen that, you should
not
definitely
sure.
check it out.
It's just one. It's not a series. It's a movie.
It's a movie. Yeah,
Okay.
it's animated, and it kind of
Oh.
reminds me a lot of your art because it's always moving
Uh-huh.
and it's abstract.
Yeah.
Because he's like dead, but he doesn't realize he's dead, but he's in a dream, and he's talking to all these people about all these philosophical things. I think
Oh my
Yeah.
god! No, I would remember that. I'll have to look that one up. Okay.
Yeah, you should find that.
This one's about my factory job, and I imagined that it had this really cool break room outside on a balcony.
Okay.
And if you look on the left, there's like an emerald island.
Uh-huh.
Of here's a lake, and it's called Lake Emerald. And,
it's
just
what
expressing kind of a melancholy mood. I am an '80s guy.
It's a Commodore 64.
with a floppy disk or something.
Yeah. This is a taped conversation with Katie, my counselor, and my mouth is taped. Yeah.
I like it.
And generally, I resonate or identify with abstract expressionist artists, poetic dreamers, outsider musicians, visual and philosophical. I feel alienated. Yeah.
This see, one of the things I like about your artwork is it's not just the dreamlike quality, but the composition. Like if we forget what you're looking at as a woman with a computer, and just look at it like shapes, this particular composition has like a yin yang vibe to it. Because like if you think about it, the woman is kind of like the yang or something, and then the rest of the empty space is kind of like the opposite, like the yang. You know what I mean? Same thing with this one. And it's very
these are both part of the same drawing, but I couldn't
She's mortified.
Interesting.
He's not able to talk, and she's mortified. What did you tell her?
Yeah. She's like, get the hell off my computer.
Nothing like that. I mean, whatever that is. I think I was just trying to tell her about my debilitating disorder of constantly starting over. Like,
is it sadness or is it horror? I can't tell. It's like a cross
no.
between.
It's more like perplexity,
really?
where you don't know what to do and you don't know the answer. And something is so baffling, like a paradox.
Yeah.
But because I was going to see a counselor about my inner conflict, because I've always been very self-critical and always tried to write a journal. And every few days I rip up the journal and start over, and this pattern in my life has been going on since I
Wow.
was 5 years
God, I
old.
remember how much stuff you got rid of that was amazing. You know what I mean? Because you're like just
It's really sad.
yeah, dude. Like
Yeah.
preliminal. That's what I feel in you though. It's like is when I could feel. So I don't know how to the exact what you're going through, but like
Yeah.
when I look at your artwork, I feel that like the angst or the pain or whatever it is you're going through. Like I don't have a word for it, but I can kind of feel it vaguely. Like what. That's one of the things I like about your art. Well, one of the things to say though is like with is that if you're going to be a great artist, you got to have to feel pain, though. I guess that's. I don't know how much truth there is in that.
I don't agree with that. No, you don't have to suffer to be a great artist.
Good. Well, that's encouraging.
I think I would have done a lot better without the depression and
it'd be different. Yeah.
Without the neurosis.
I'm sorry you're going through that.
Yeah. And nobody wants to be around. You know, that's why it's like I'm in a situation where either way doesn't work, and nothing. And every time I tell myself this time I'll get it right, and I'll keep going. And I've always felt confused about Christianity, and I've always felt like it makes sense to me one day, and then the next day it doesn't make sense. So it's kind of just.
Can I ask you something personal?
Do
you have siblings?
No. Oh yeah, I do. I thought you meant.
No. Oh yeah, those guys.
I thought you meant children. No, I do have a brother and a sister, and they're very different.
And the birth order, where are you?
I'm the oldest. Have you met artists that were the oldest before? Or
that's a rarity. The oldest are usually the ones that have all the problems because everything is left to them. They're expected to bring up the other children behind them, and they're the most spoiled at first. You have all the pictures of the oldest, and then the other ones don't get any pictures in the albums.
We lived very humble.
But there's a lot of jealousy going on.
Oh, I'm the opposite. No, I'm not a jealous type person.
No, the younger ones. Because you
they
get
were
to go first. You're the oldest. You get certain things they don't get, you know.
No, my parents were not dysfunctional. They were very loving and very.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't.
And we were always grateful to them, and so there was no we got along. Like I still I see my brother frequently and my sister, and we were lucky to not have I've heard about other families with sibling rivalry and all that.
Yeah, traumatic childhood, yeah.
We were not like that. We got along. We didn't fight. We didn't argue. We were trained to be generous, and because the people at school were vicious. There was a lot of mean kids, and we just didn't go along with that. You know. I hope that makes sense. I mean, maybe you were in a similar. Maybe you had really good relation with your siblings.
I'm one of 5.
Oh, yeah.
Growing up, it was wonderful. Very tight, very tight.
Yeah, I think the more the merrier. I would rather have, if I did have a family, I would have lots of kids because I think it's just more fun, more alive, you know, as long as they get along. Some kids, I guess, are impossible to, you can't really, they just, you know, there's natural born troublemakers, and I don't want to judge them, but
I thought you were going to say natural born killers.
No.
Like that movie, there are natural born killers.
The bad
this is my ex-girlfriend, Cindy, the portrait, and 1985, so it goes back. Except the original was in black and white, and I added some color just a year ago.
Oh, right on. I'm digging that.
This is called Spaghetti. This here is Spaghetti. This one is only the lower half. The upper half is missing in the photo.
Is that Venus Cupcake in the chat now?
I don't know who any of these people are. Sometimes I'm like, I guess.
Where?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
You know,
I've been missing out on the chat.
Symbol.
I totally forgot about the chat. Hi, everybody. Daryl and Bubba, Mad Catter.
Yeah, see,
I've been away. Thank you, Venus.
Yeah, weren't we talking about Venus a little while ago? We missed her so much, and she showed up. What?
Are you guys kind of bored with my art yet?
No,
I'm not
just
at
trying
all.
to keep them.
Okay. I'm getting into it. Like,
I want them to know we're not ignoring them.
This one's called the telephone saxophone forehead of the rock pillow man. And he's sleeping on a rock he's got a telephone cord on his forehead, and a saxophone player is above him. Can't really see that. This one is a long time ago. I did it in 1990.
Is this one gouache too, or is that how you say it, gouache?
No, this one's acrylic.
Acrylic. It feels. You know what it feels like to me?
It's a really bad photo, so I had to sharpen it.
I don't think you can get those brightness in the colors with the gouache.
It looks like, you know, it looks like, Cindy. It looks like pastels.
Well, right. No, but it was. I had to refine the detail on the photo because it was so blurry, so you can't really see the actual detail of the painting because it is acrylic on canvas. But like the red line, I had to put that in there in order because it was such a bad photo. It wasn't fully in focus.
Bubba said the telephone cord is that's antique. Like, you must be older than we think. I mean, kids don't know what that is.
It's 70s telephones.
Yeah, I still have those in my house.
Oh, it's like the phone's like, brrr, guess what? This is the 70s. We want our joke back. Right. He's all, hold on, I gotta take this.
I still have my black 70s telephone too, and I love it. It's just you can adjust the volume. It doesn't have to ring very loud, and you can put I don't have one, but I want to find the old school mini cassette answering machine. They used to with the 70s telephone, like Rockford Files. He had one of those old answering machines. But right. I still kept mine, and but I have a flip phone for when I'm driving around.
Oh, so then you're not a horse and buggy
look
guy.
At all these guys, man. They're all in this little light craft. You know what? I don't think they're going to make it, honestly, Preliminal. Like,
they've been going for hundreds of years like this.
Right.
It's called the 9 Ivans. At dawn, there was an obscure group of Ivans who were surrealist painters, absurd poets, and film directors. All of them were silent as they couldn't exactly remember much of anything. The Ivans had been drifting. The Ivans had been drifting unconsciously for centuries on a raft, sleeping most of the time, until one day the raft landed upon a fantastic tropical island. So that's the Ivan.
That was the theme tonight.
What?
Peanut.
That was
Peanut Island.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right. Good point, Cindy. Yeah, it kind of goes to the theme of like, what's his name? Epstein's Island or something.
Oh, okay.
They're like Gilligan. They're all on the boat. Just like
Here we go.
Yeah, it's kind of like Gilligan's Island. Except they're sort of like Buddhists or something. I don't know, and they have no memory, and it should. I mean, I didn't have the story planned out. I was just drawing one day, and then I kind of added ideas to the story, so it isn't very logical. Anyway, so I do like to at least make the effort to add a story element.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Oh, damn. That guy looks like he got mugged or something.
No, he's just sleeping.
Oh, okay.
Looks
like he's bloody, though. Kind of. That's like the
His
impression.
mind is lighting up.
Oh, okay.
He's dreaming.
Oh, he's got like ideas and shit.
Yeah.
I love the colors in that one.
He's next to his television, and see, there's the upper side of the room has a clock radio that landed on the TV, and this one isn't done yet. I still have to add more to it. I have to refine because the lines are too. I have to just go in with a fine tip brush. I did a lot of comics in the 80s, and this is one page stapled.
Oh, this one's different. It shows a different side of you. It's got like
This is
the
young-
shading and stuff.
Yeah, this is more of a pencil with ink comic style.
And the arms look more like they look more what's the word I'm looking for? Anatomically correct or something.
The stapled flesh ceiling portal of elephants, and the main character is Telephone Man and his headless humans, and they're kind of the villains.
This is prescient. This is what it's coming to.
It's what?
This is prescient. It's what's coming. This is the AI. The guy in the front, the transhumanist.
I hope not. I don't associate with any AI. I want nothing.
You're foretelling the future in this one.
Well, this was done in 1987. So this is one of my older ones, and I have the comics. You have to really if you read the whole book and followed the character, it would make more sense. But this is just kind of a random page from one of them.
Cool.
My friend in New York.
I was going to say New York. How did I know?
Yeah, it kind of has that vibe, huh?
It's my friend from the grocery co-op.
Hey, Crunchy, are you okay?
Crunchy.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, cool. Just checking on you.
So I'll just I'm going to go through them kind of fast, real quick.
Okay.
And we can see some other ones at a different time. This one was done on a found piece of scrap paper, and I just liked how it was so wrinkled.
Yeah, I like the texture.
And
oh yeah, me too.
And it's called the Falling Star. It's Earthquake with Falling Stars. Is the name of it.
Yeah, very cool. I like the title too.
This one is Lynn, the Iceberg Dream. She is leaving. She's in a trance, and she's leaving Iceberg Island. Oh, there's that one again. And here's a different hue. It's of the one we saw earlier. Here, this one's kind of Jesus with a guitar. And I did a better version of that one. Here is an angel at a French cathedral.
Cool.
And this one's in acrylic. This is a really big canvas painting that I sold to a lady in San Francisco.
Yeah, I can see why she bought it.
Yeah, she works at the Science Museum of San Francisco.
That was the one in Gold Gate Park, you mean?
I've never been there. It's she just bought it through the mail.
Oh, terrific.
She has it hung up in her office.
I am digging it. Because like the one is the person on the right, that feels like at least it feels like like kind of Renaissance or something, the shape, right?
It's the cathedral called the Chartres, and
Wow.
that still stands today. I was in France as a child, and we went to see all these castles and cathedrals and knight armor and stuff like that.
I dig it, dude.
That's timely. Isn't this the day that Trump went to the cathedral in France?
Oh yeah, you're right, Cindy. It's terrific.
Coincidence.
Interesting. Yeah, or like a what's the word that's called, Crunchy, when two things like that happen?
Synchronicity.
Synchronicity. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And like I also like the combination of two styles. You have like that Renaissance kind of style combined with the surrealism. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That looks cool too. All these are neat.
So now let's see. So are all of you Mandela affected, or just is that just?
No, we are Preliminal.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
Everybody on the panel.
No, Daryl said Mandela stole his lunch money.
Yeah, I'm not as sophisticated as some people are. Like Crunchy knows way more than I do about it. Probably Cindy does too.
Well, if you're experiencing it, you just know, because like things like anatomy being different here, and not just the products or the movie changes, but geography changes. To my own genealogy changed. I used to be part Huron Indian, and now I'm part Algonquin. And I asked my mom and dad, I said, you guys always told me that we were part Huron. We've said that so many times. And we talked about it, and they even showed me books about it. And then in 2016, they said they're like different people now. And that they said they never said we were part Huron. They've always said we were part Algonquin, which they never said.
This guy's tripping me out.
Yeah, I know, right?
This is another synchronicity.
That is how intense this is.
Preliminal. Did you hear what Cindy said?
The synchronicity is crazy. You're making me nuts here. You're doing it again.
Yeah. Well, this is. I'm talking.
Wait. Preliminal. What Cindy said was that her town next to her is called Algonquin, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's like she's having all these synchronicities from you being here.
You're freaking me out.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys were just.
Who are you really?
About.
Right.
Oh. Wow.
I know. Weird, huh?
3 now or 4 now? What?
Yeah, it's a lot. It's kind of like it's tripping me out. Like that you've had all these synchronicities all at the same time. Just
the changes. The biggest change is that we're not in the same part of the galaxy, and we're much closer to the center. For me, anyway. This might not apply to you guys, but my reality was located at the very outer edge of the whole Milky Way. And now we switch from Sagittarius arm 70,000 light years to the Orion arm. And
that's what Robin talks about that too.
I was never in Orion. I was always at the very outer edge of Sagittarius, which is a whole different. It's a different like there's like spires of the galaxy, and the Sagittarius is one spire. And the Orion is like a sort of bridge between Perseus belt and this other spire. It's kind of hard to talk about, but anyway, so now we're much closer. This version of Earth is much closer to the center of the galaxy. And
I agree with you on that. I remember being taught that we were on the Sagittarius arm,
right,
but
and we
at
were
the same time,
yeah,
I can't prove that. How do I know? And how do they even know?
Well, this
like
is the thing. This is the thing. There was no announcement that said that science has just found out that we are now in the Orion Belt. It was It was overnight. It's like, oh well, why didn't anybody say anything?
Yeah, the official story is that we've always been on the Orion arm.
Right. So
have you seen the residue that there's a video of Neil deGrasse Tyson saying that we're in the Sagittarius arm?
Even Neil deGrasse Tyson says in a science program, he was asked, what part of the galaxy are we in? And he goes, Sagittarius arm. And the panel looks at him shocked, like, what are you, how did you get this wrong? You're supposed to be a scientist, But because he is Mandela affected too, he remembered Sagittarius arm, and there was no announcement saying that Carl Sagan was wrong, or that there was a new discovery that they have now discovered that we're in Orion. There was nothing like that. There was no announcement, and it started for me in the hospital. When I got out of the hospital, all these things were different. The moon's face wasn't the same, and suddenly I'm in Orion. And I tried to talk to my sister about it. My parents, they all looked at me like I was crazy. Like, what are you talking about? They swear that they took me to Disney World in 1979. I was never at Disney World.
Wow.
In my timeline, that never happened.
You would remember that too.
I would remember that. Yeah, that's a big deal.
A big thing for a kid.
Right. And I was like 14 in that year, and so I mean, what this is about. A lot of people misunderstand. This isn't about misremembering products. This is about two different quantum realities, and a lot of people, it starts in the hospital. Like I might have died in my old timeline, and then it continued in this one. That's one theory, and other believes that it was caused by CERN or caused by D-wave computers. It's unknown, or maybe a mass abduction. We could be inside a simulation. It's a mystery. I don't know what happened. Or it could be a spiritual purpose, like maybe God is separating, who knows?
And then there's the people that say everybody died in 2012 and none of this is real now.
Yeah, there's all these different ideas about what happened. And some people just stop talking about it because it is kind of edgy, it's hard for the person that's going through it to talk about to anybody, because they've already received some of my old friends that won't even talk to me now since this started.
Yeah.
So I feel like, God, I don't know if I should talk about this to anybody anymore.
My best friend, he was the one that introduced me to it. He didn't say the word Mandela effect. He said glitch in the matrix, but it was the Berenstain Bears. Yeah. And that was the first I'd ever heard of it. And he came up to me and he said, "Hey, you remember the Berenstain Bears?" I was like, "Yeah, of course. What about it?" He's like, "Well, it never was." And he said, "It's the Berenstain Bears. Like, look it up." And so I did, and I went down a huge rabbit hole, and then I started seeing everything change and all these changes that I maybe I was just overlooking for years.
I'll be right back. Okay.
Yeah. I've told him this story anyways, but I came back to that other friend after I did my own research and found other people that all these different things, and I kept asking him about changes and stuff, and he's like, no, and I was like telling him, oh, it's called the Mandela effect and all this, and he looked at me and he's like, you're crazy. I was like, what? Dude, you're the one that told me about the Berenstein Bears, and you're calling me crazy? And ever since then, I haven't had a heart-to-heart conversation with him. I mean, we haven't really been friends. I mean, every now and then we talk, but it's like, it's like talking to anybody else. I'm not gonna go into details about spiritual things, or he's the same person that said he would sell his soul to Satan to get famous in music and stuff. So,
Oops.
Yeah. After that, and him calling me crazy, I said, I don't know, man. I'm gonna back away from you now. But, I don't know if he would actually do that, or it's just something. I don't know if he was saying it it really did not seem like he was saying it in a matter of, like, jokingly way. He seemed pretty serious about it. Yeah. But he feels different. My family feels different. Some good, for some good aspects, I think, and some bad or whatever in my point of view. But I think even me, I think I'm different. I don't know if it's just because of my experiences or, but I still have all my memories. So,
yeah, it's amazing. Cindy, have you had personal Mandela effects in your past?
I don't follow any of that stuff, because to me it's mirror, mirror on the wall. I know I know what I know. You're not going to change my mind. I don't care what the people think they remember.
Yeah.
When they say, oh no, it's always been blah blah. No.
Yeah.
I'm not going with it. It's just, there's too many other things in my life that I have problems with. I don't need to dig into that too.
Yeah, it is kind of like after a while you just accept it, and you have to move on with your practical life.
Yeah, because there's no answer. You can
get there's no answer.
Yeah.
You can get an answer for both sides, and you can prove your point on both sides. So what's the point?
That's true.
Whatever you're digging for, you'll be able to find those things.
Yeah, and you figure if God wanted you to know, then it would be revealed somehow, whatever your belief is.
Right.
And I figure, well, anything that, if we can interpret things in our everyday life that are like symbols, or it's like it's like a warning, or it might be a encouragement of I always read into little symbols every day. Not every day, not as much as I used to, but I believe that you can have intuitions, or you can read a meaning, like you were talking about synchronicities, into things, and that can be helpful. But otherwise, if it's something that you can't do anything about, then it doesn't really help to dwell on it.
All the synchronicities that have happened around, and there's more and more of late, seem to be, I write it off as it's the hand of God. Something's going on, we don't understand, that he's moving and shaking and doing things. He's, paths are crossing, and people, with the numbers, seeing 1111 all the time, whatever, those kind of things, synchronicities like that.
Yeah.
We don't understand it completely yet,
Right.
It's not something to worry over. It's just amazing when you start noticing it.
I removed the word worry from my mental dictionary years ago. And
the Bible says,
I replaced it.
Don't worry.
Yeah,
have no fear.
I replaced it with concern. it makes sense to be concerned about something.
Yeah, I was a big time worrier, and
Right.
my kids, I'm fine, Mom.
Yeah.
Don't worry about me. I'm an adult,
Yeah.
And it finally dawned on me. It does nothing.
Right.
Worry does nothing. Even the Bible says, "Don't worry about today. Tomorrow will have its own worries."
Right.
There's always going to be something, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, if there's something I'm concerned about that if I can do something about it, then it's good to be concerned. But to worry makes me think about people that are real anxious. You got ants in their pants.
You're going to the extremes. You're thinking things ahead that are not going to happen, and you're worrying about that. It's crazy. Yeah. You're wasting your time doing that.
Right. Yeah. This is a painting I did in 1984, and it's acrylic, and I sold this one at an art gallery.
Yeah, I can see why. Yeah, your art's so good.
You like that one?
I like all of them. I mean, I haven't seen one I don't like. This one's kind of more Kandinsky-esque with the color.
This one's kind of
trippy.
I don't like to do morbid stuff at all, but some of my older work, his mind is a cocoon, and he's sort of like crawling out of it was supposed to be like a caterpillar symbolism, if that makes any sense.
Spinal Tap.
I sold it to my friend Gilly. Here's that one again. Sorry.
That one was scary.
Which one is this one?
Yeah.
Him like ripping this suit off, or like a.
It's a ceiling. There's a portal in the ceiling, in the elephant dimension, and
No, not this one.
Oh, not this one.
It was like purple. Not that.
Not this one.
It was probably like right before. No. Where'd it go? No.
Well.
Where'd it go? That one. Yeah.
Yeah, this one's pretty scary. I don't like it. It was. I had a piece of wood from an old wood table, and I decided to use it for a painting, and I just painted directly on the wood, and it's a present for my friend in Milwaukee.
It's like he's shedding his old skin. And
yeah, that's kind of what it is.
Like an insect does or something.
Yeah, not one of my favorites. Anyway.
I liked that. I liked that one you did in the '80s with the robot-looking people.
Yeah, I like the one you. Well, this is good. They're all good though, right, Crunchy?
I know they're all good.
Yeah,
but this one's different than his normal style. So I think.
Oh yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's definitely different.
Which one?
I like that one. I really
black
like
and white one.
I think it's the favorite one I've seen so far. It's so like.
This one's called Mirror Sphere Dimension of a Table Organizing Itself while the humans are away. So
I love your descriptions of them too. I mean, that's.
This one's about the life of objects when humans are not around. They have a kind of party, and they have their own dimensional life going on.
Do you believe or buy into that theory that maybe things don't materialize until we're there to observe them, like the double slit experiment?
That is really fascinating, because what that indicates, if that's true, is that reality is inside of us, not outside of us. And I never got my mind around that. Like, that was an old Indian proverb, that what we see is like what we're seeing is we're not seeing something outside of us. The reality is personalized. The reality bubble theory is that each person's soul is only experiencing their version of. I wish I had it in front of me. I can't can't replicate what they said. It made sense at the time. Something about what you were saying though, Crunchy, that when we're not, like, this room disappears when I'm not here.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. It's almost impossible to conceive.
Yeah, it's really it's there's a whole explanation about it, how it works.
So trippy. And like, yeah. I can see like things like the water pouring vase thing. It's in it. That's like a physical thing. Yeah. And then there's an eye. Vaguely, there's an eye there, but everything else is just like, I don't know what the hell it is, right? But which I like. It's just so I don't know. I don't have words for it. It's very cool.
I see an awesome jigsaw puzzle.
Oh, yeah, that would be a cool jigsaw puzzle.
Oh, this one's kind of fun. This is my friend.
Oh, no. That's not a good idea.
No, she's vacuuming the kitchen and the toaster.
Don't you turn them over and shake them out?
Yeah, it was based on a photo of her, and she lives in Hungary, the country.
Oh, she really does that?
I guess.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you can't always shake out the bread crumbs. You have to, like, if it's really wedged in there, you have to use a vacuum, I guess. And she's a hairstylist. Here's a dream house. That one. It's some of my music. That's
I was going to say, is that music just on my end?
Oh, yeah. That's me here a couple of years ago.
You don't look as old as, I mean, if you were doing this, making this art in the 80s, I think I don't know how old you are, but I know you were older than me, but...
Well, I'm 60 now.
Yeah. So. You look pretty young, man.
A spring chicken.
Anybody, as soon as you turn 60, it's kind of like you're humbled by physical things that you have to stop doing and all that.
Do you sleep a lot?
This year, yeah, and I don't like it. I'm fighting it because I don't want to be sleeping as much as I've just.
My eldest daughter is 59.
She's 69?
59, my eldest daughter.
Oh, yeah.
I find that I like sleep too much, and that's the only thing that I fight with is, like, I want to be able to enjoy reality more than,
I would rather be painting or walking around at some art exhibit or going to see a band, but I'm in the wrong city, not by choice. I'm just kind of financially stuck here, and it's a long story. I don't want to go there.
Okay.
But I'd love to move back to Milwaukee. That's where all my friends are.
Hey, Prelim, were you classically trained, like
no?
No. Okay. So it's like
self-trained,
self-taught.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No, they don't teach that. They don't teach that in any.
Yeah. Would you consider this like postmodern? Is that do you have like a word you call it or anything?
I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing.
What are you when you paint, are you influenced by other artists at all?
No.
Mm-mm. Interesting. It's all like just pure creativity from you.
I can enjoy them, but I don't want to. I want to do my own thing.
Yeah, I like that.
I believe I believe everyone has the power to be original, and many choose not to. Either maybe their left brain or right brain.
Interesting.
So, I'd rather just express something that's recognizable, and it's like,
That's the true meaning of art. If you're copying someone else, that's not coming from your soul. That's
right,
not creative.
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
right on. This is Paul Seabar, famous musician who's in concert. This is for a book cover. It didn't happen, but I was gonna use this for a book cover years ago. I was sending it to science fiction paperback companies, and it's bigger. It's actually only the lower half because I left space at the top for all the words, and I should have put more detail in it. But I'm still trying to do that. Is make interesting covers for science fiction paperbacks. This is a friend, Heather. She's just kind of staring up. This is me on the drums over here, and my friend Paul on bass. It's called the Floating Tea Set, and I can do realism. You know, like when I painted that cathedral.
Yeah.
Or anything. It's just boring. So
right.
I like to make the lines not be perfect. I don't like when everything's perfectly square.
I'd like to ask you something else.
Yeah.
When you get finished, are you surprised how it looks in the end, or is it exactly how you planned it? I mean, do you step back and go, "Wow"?
Yeah. No. It's like I'm exploring it as it happens. I don't know where it's going. Yeah.
That's the same way. I'm getting the feeling of
that. I don't know what's
when you're finished,
happen.
you go, "Wow."
Yeah.
That's probably why I like these so much, because
I didn't know
the same way I make music.
Yeah. It started out with the tea set was on a table, and I was just drawing that. And then I added a funny box instead of the table, and this teacup. And then I added me on drum. Or no, first I added Paul on bass, and then I added me on drums.
It reminds me of a game I used to play with my grandchildren when they're younger. They were all very talented with their hands and drawing and things. And we would draw something and then pass the paper and the pen to someone else, and they would add something, and then everybody got to add something.
Oh, yeah.
It reminds me of that.
Those are fun.
When you're creative, you come up with weird,
Yeah, we did some of that. Sure. Can you recall, like, how it turned out, like when you did a group drawing? Was it for
I still have some of them. They're pen, they're pencil.
Yeah.
On Stratmore, just
so like one person drew an elephant and one person might have drawn a.
You only get to draw one thing. You don't get to fill in,
Yeah.
That it's a room or there's a window. Somebody else will put in a fireplace, or then
those are fun. Yeah.
Yeah, a guitar shows up, and it develops into a story in the end.
Yeah.
And the kids really enjoyed it, and it keeps your mind going too. You're like really alert.
Yeah.
It was fun. I kept a lot of them.
That's great. I should
Maybe
check.
I should send them over to Peanut so you can show them.
Oh yeah. I plan on having Daryl up sometime too, because Daryl does art too. But I'm not surprised that you're selling them though, Preliminal, because like I could just tell the quality.
It's actually very infrequent. I only sell. I sell something maybe once a year.
Once a year, okay.
At the most, and
most, wow.
And it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. It's like giving away your children.
Well, yeah. No, I'm not made for that. I don't have that kind of automatic built-in sales. I'm not a salesperson, and I have very low self-esteem. So I'm kind of
join the human race. That's everybody's problem.
Yeah. I wish I knew more how to sell, the business side of it.
You know what's funny about that though? it's
Yeah.
like there's always that like that because selling is a different kind of outlook than
You
the
have to be a
art.
good liar. He's not a liar.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
they're two
Thanks.
diametrically opposed things. Like to be the seller versus I don't know. It's kind of like being the artist versus selling. I guess that's you know what I mean, Crunchy and Cindy. It's like that you how can you be both at the same time? I guess it's possible, but
and there's a performer side of art too.
Yeah.
That
I mean, that's why I started playing drums, is because I was so I was trying to break through the barrier of inhibitedness. I wanted to be social, so I thought, well, if I join a band, you know, and there was it was a very cool time for music, 1980, when there was all this, you know, Devo and new wave music and B50
hair bands.
Yeah.
You were in a hair band?
I was in a new wave band, yeah. And
did you have rototoms?
No, I didn't have those. I've seen them. I had toms though. I had a floor tom and two rack toms. I had I still have a conga and a kalimba, and I just I started on jazz. I started with jazz. When I started playing, I was just playing like jazz music, like 70s Herbie Hancock, stuff like that. And then
I like Herbie Hancock.
Yeah, he's really great. He's my favorite jazz guy. And then it kind of like there was all these cool punk bands, like the ones that were in good taste anyway back then, and all the new wave bands. And so we started getting my friends in high school started a new wave band, and we were doing all originals. And we played for our class. Our high school had a weekend concert in the gymnasium that we were at. Things like that. And we played at the Starship nightclub and the Metropole Theater.
And I can see you being into both, though, because they're both very non-conformist and creative and individual.
I don't know any drummers that are artistic.
Oh,
I mean, they're just musical. I mean, they don't paint.
Well, you're both, Cindy. You do art, and you also play music. I've done both.
Yeah, but I have no rhythm whatsoever.
This was at a time when people were rebelling against all the mainstream rock. Like the stations were playing the same 5 songs over and over and over. You know, Led Zeppelin, Fleetwood Mac, Elton John. It was the same thing over and over. And so the punk scene had to happen because it was the rebellion against commercial rock.
Right.
You know, we didn't want to hear those same songs over and over. So we had to start a college radio station. And that was the best thing that happened for radio in Milwaukee. It was just amazing. 1980, when WMSC came on the air, playing totally commercial, no commercials, and just playing the music that you never hear on commercial radio. I mean, that was like it was like an epiphany of awakening for the whole public.
You know, one of the things I like about your art too, like you talk about music, your art has a rhythm to it too, whereas like the colors on the frame here, the orange and yellow, they're like an echo of the colors that are in the model. That they have that yellow and orange thing in there, and like you got that purple color you got down the bottom. It also gets reflected in the top too.
Thank you. She's a vegetarian, and she was a model at the university. That I was in a class. I did take some classes, and it was just for nude drawing. And,
right on.
This one is a sky dome. It's part of the art center here in Madison, and it's like a big dome and I just showed 3 people looking up at the dome. In case you're wondering.
Okay. I don't know if I'm just experiencing a Mandela effect with your name.
What? Oh no,
But
my name?
It didn't have a C in it. It was just a K.
A C?
Yeah. What?
Patrick with a K?
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
it was.
No, I spell it sometimes with no C. That's the German spelling. I just like that spelling because it looks cool.
Okay.
But
I
yeah.
was tripping out a little bit. I was like, did his name change to put a C in it?
Yeah, did you just quantum shift there, Crunchy? Yeah. This one's called Gemini.
I love that. I
You
love
like that one?
Yeah. Well, one of the things I like is the
It's
balance.
measure.
It's very yin and yang ish.
Yeah.
But it's also got like the duality in it, and
yeah.
Oh, that's cool too. Is that literally a spill, like coffee or something?
Yeah, that's actually, it was not intended. I was just drawing the cup, and then it turned over, and then I put my hand in it, and I kept the coffee on it.
I like that though.
Well, it's just
very cool.
Still, so the accidental. It's called Moving Still Life. Here's see, like, this was the drawn version of that earlier painting, the rock pillow, where this is like it shows the upper half where the guy is playing a saxophone with a telephone, and telephone cords going to his forehead. And so this was the drawing that I did 1999, before the painting.
The painting
He's
is
got
much better.
Some what's it called? Something to skull technology or whatever it's called. You know what I'm talking about? Like the
voice to skull.
Voice to skull technology, right? Right below.
Oh, that's the original?
Oh, interesting.
Before they knew how to do it properly?
Right, exactly. That was like their that was their preliminal
design. Preliminary,
exactly. They're like voice to skull technology, and it was. But see, they put the technology in your head preliminarily, and you put it in the picture.
So what year was that? You did that. You gave them that idea.
Oh, I think that was in the 90s. Yeah.
Then it's your fault.
Exactly.
They got that from you.
Guilty preliminal.
I'm sorry. This one's called the Skyscraper Head, and they're probably trying to get oriented on their reality. I think that would be pretty hard to live as a.
Wait, I got a question for you on this one. Do they get free rent in this guy's head?
That's a good question. You just revealed. Now I know what it. Oh, they're the landlords. So the landlords are walking around downtown with all their tenants in their head.
Oh yeah.
See, I didn't interpretation. See, sometimes the audience tells me what I'm drawing.
Interesting. All right, I'm just sharing my thoughts. I know better than I do. I'm not so arrogant to think I know better than you.
No.
I'm just trying to like sharing what I spontaneously think in my mind.
Yeah, it's fun to just interpret. This one is another from the ramen restaurant with Brian Ritchie from the Violent Femmes, and he's playing a shakuhachi flute, which is an Eastern flute.
And he's getting down. Look at the music coming out of there. Woo!
Yeah, look at that. That music is in color. And
I dig that.
I gotta really do a better version of. I should really redo this in paint. And I think I could sell that one.
Yeah, me too.
Here's a guy playing a banjo.
Oh, my favorite.
Right.
As the
No,
one instrument
you
I
ain't from
can't
around here,
stand.
is you? You don't belong here. And he's like, what you don't see behind him is a boomstick. He's like, "You're my pappy boomstick. Come on to my yard." Oh, stupid Yankee. No, just kidding.
This is a recent one. This one's about a dream that some of my old friends were on a boat, and this was during that big flood down in Florida, and what was that? North Carolina, and
Helene.
they're in a boat. So it's one of my.
You want to name that one Helene?
Helene, yeah, good idea.
He'll be like, that don't look like a Helene. That looks like a Stan or something.
Yeah, that's a dude. So, but the flood is called Helene. So I'll just that one.
Oh, is that you, Preliminal?
Yeah.
Right on.
That's 2001.
Cool.
There's me again. That's later.
Right on.
This is sort of the Saturday night crowd. This is us.
Right on.
Banjo, yeah. So I'll show more maybe on a different show. I don't want to take up.
Yeah.
More.
Oh, you're always welcome, man. Thanks for being here. I mean, like, I think we all agree that you're an amazing artist. So
thank you for sharing.
Yeah, and then again, it's interesting to hear your perspective on it. Now it gives me more insight.
And it was free.
Thank you. No, it made my night because I was bored and I was lonely and I didn't have nothing to do. So you guys, thanks for letting me be on.
Yeah, it was mutually fun. I mean, it just
because when I came on the show, I was like all groggly and
you were bummed.
And just felt kind of miserable.
When you're bummed, go to Peanut.
And I heard the show start with all these enthusiastic people. I was like, oh my god, how am I gonna blend into this show?
That's interesting. You know what's funny, Preliminal? Like when you were mentioning it, I could kind of feel what you were saying, and so I think it was good for you too. Like it was good for us to have you on, but I think it was good for you too to cheer you up a little bit. You know what I mean?
So,
like I'm not
really. Yeah. I really appreciate that. Thanks.
Yeah, man. I always enjoy talking to you. So don't ever feel afraid to come on and talk with me.
Oh, good.
Yeah, actually, I think I'm gonna start a stream after this. I'm gonna try to keep it focused around the Mandela effect.
Okay.
Well, if you want to come by,
have it play in the background.
So I'll head over to your channel then, because I'm about ready to wrap this up anyway. So I'll just go over to your channel.
I'm gonna work on some writing, and I'll have the. I might not talk on it, but I'll just have it playing in the background because I need to get something done.
Right. And, well, yeah, you're welcome if you want to take a break and pop in or
if I see something that grabs my attention, then I'll
give me a second though, you guys. I want to pull up Crunchy's link real quick.
Give
me 1 second.
I just started the stream or the.
Okay. Give me 1 second, Crunchy.
It's not live yet, but.
I see. Okay.
I'm gonna make some coffee. So you guys, I'm gonna leave this on, and I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, that's you, Crunchy. Okay, and then
I think it's funny that he thought it was a happening place before he got here.
Yeah. Right. Yep. That's funny. Okay. So I guess I'm gonna call it a night then. Cindy, I'll try. Do you know how to get the Crunchy stream? I'll send you a link. Okay.
Am I going to be blocked from going in there too?
Oh no, because she doesn't. Crunchy. Cindy doesn't have a Gmail, a Google, or
an
email anymore. So it's hard for her to get on. But
I can give you the StreamYard link if you want.
That's what I need.
Yeah.
All right.
Give it to Peanut. He can drop it in my.
Email it to me, Crunchy, and I'll pass it on to Cindy.
It's in the private chat. Yeah.
Okay, let me take a look real quick.
There you go.
So, well, it's hard because I'll email it. I'll email it to you, Cindy. So.
I can get it off the private chat. I can.
Oh, you can?
Paste.
Okay,
Yeah.
right on. Okay, so I guess you'll see us over there then, Cindy.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
All right, dun dun dun.
After a bathroom break and a Coke.
I know, me too. I'm gonna take a bathroom break too, Crunchy.
I've been sitting here with
Cool.
nothing to drink this whole time.
Okay. I know, me too. I got to use the bathroom actually. But by everyone who's still in the chat, thank you guys for being here. God bless everybody in Jesus' name. And I'm going to be on Crunchy Bee's channel next. We'll hang out over there for a while, you guys. And then I'm going to end this all with a song.
Cool. Thanks, Peanut.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you for being here. Okay, yes.
I'm gonna click on that StreamYard. That
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
See you there, Prelim.
Okay.
See ya.
Okay, and see where I at here. Okay, we're just gonna present here. Okay, and it's gonna be video file. Let's do. What am I gonna do today? It's gonna be.
Hey there, Delilah, what's it like in New York City? I'm 1,000 miles away, girl, but tonight you look so pretty, yes you do. Times Square can't shine as bright as you, I swear it's true. Hey there, Delilah, don't you worry about the distance, I'm right there if you get lonely, give the song another listen, close your eyes. Listen to my voice, it's my disguise, I'm by your side. Oh, it's what you do to me. 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 What you do to me. Hey there, Delilah, I know times are getting hard, but just believe me, girl, someday I'll pay the bills with this guitar. We'll have it good. We'll have the life we knew we would. My word is good. Hey there, Delilah, I've got so much left to say. If every simple song I wrote to you would take your breath away, I'd write it all. Even more in love with me you fall, we have it all. Oh, it's what you do to me. 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 1,000 miles seems pretty far, but they got planes and trains and cars. I'd walk to you if I had no other way. Our friends would all make fun of us, and we just laugh alone because we know that none of them have felt this way. Delilah, I can promise you that by the time that we get through, the world will never ever be the same. And don't blame. Hey there, Delilah, you be good and don't you miss me. 2 more years and you'll be done with school, and I'll be making history like I do. You know it's all because of you. We can do whatever we want to. Hey there, Delilah, here's to you. This one's for you. Whoa, it's what you do to me. 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 Whoa, it's what you do.